Hello everyone, Rachel just left. We did a SAS podcast live stream today. My hair is still wet from my shower that I took 78 hours ago because that's how my hair works. Does anyone else experience this? I literally showered early this morning and it is now 4 in the afternoon and my hair is still wet. Like damp wet. Like what? And yes, I know that it stays more wet if you keep it up in a bun or in a ponytail or whatever, but I've been taking it out throughout the day too and like trying to air it out so it'll dry faster and it just won't. But anyway, who cares? You guys, someone needs to call the police. Call a doctor. Call someone. I need to be studied, and I don't mean that in a good way. Something is wrong in my noggin. I talked about this on the SAS podcast today with Rachel, but I decided to build my daughter a fairy house, a life-size fairy house, and it consumed me to an unhealthy degree. I mean, it was textbook scary obsessive to the point where I did not finish the fairy house, but I had to eventually force myself to give up because it was taking over my life. It was all I did all weekend. So let me back up a little bit. Maisie is obsessed with fairies right now. We have a little fairy house that I built that's a tiny one, fairy-sized fairy house, and she loves it and she loves to play with it and she is so excited every day to shower the fairies with gifts and hopes that they bring her a little chocolate or a little jewel in the morning or something, but she just loves fairies. She's obsessed. So what is this?
This is a bed for them all to sleep.
Oh, it's so nice. And is this a home that you built?
Yeah, it's for the fairies. This is where they eat from the dinner. And that's where, Wesley, is that a dance floor for the fairies? I was about to tell those. That's actually a monster truck garage. And that's a rocket ship heat lamp. Well, this is where they eat from their table. And this is for the fairies where they eat.
It's amazing. And in the last week, her wish has been that the fairies will use their magical powers to shrink her down so that she can play in their fairy house with them. And I think this is adorable and so sweet. And I want to make all her dreams come true. So my mind went, how can I make that happen for her? And yes, I cannot shrink my daughter, but I can make a bigger sized fairy house that she can fit into so she can play in a fairy house. So that's what I did. I filmed some of the process. So that's what I'm about to show you. But it's dangerous how much this took over my life, you guys. Dangerous. And even though I stopped working on the fairy house and I just gave it to her even though it's not finished, and even though I told myself I wasn't going to work on it anymore because now I'm completely behind on work and house chores and life things that I really need to do, what am I doing right now? I'm printing out pictures of things looking like fairies so that I can frame them in jewels and put them on the walls of her fairy house. Lock me up, please. Somebody, lock me up. This is getting out of hand. I'm just printing pictures of us looking like a fairy. I gotta go. Here's the footage of me making a fairy house. What am I doing right now? What am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. Not what I should be doing. Nothing responsible.
I got the brilliant idea of helping out these fairies by making a fairy house that is Maisie's size. Guys, I've lost my mind. My brain tells me this is gonna take me 20 minutes. I know this is gonna take me days, and I don't want to buy anything for this. At first, when I first got the idea for it, I was looking up online all the different things that I could buy, supplies to make this like super epic. I was like, don't do that, don't waste your money. So I'm literally using these poles that are from like a wardrobe that I was gonna store some of my Haters Back Off costumes in, but instead I just shaped them into a house. And then I went outside and I got some sticks. I collected some sticks from my backyard, big ones and little ones. I don't think I'm gonna even be able to use the big ones because I have no idea how to connect them to anything. And then I'm taking paper bags and any kind of butcher paper really that I can find. I'm twisting it so it kind of looks like a vine, maybe a stick. This looks like a stick. And I'm also cutting squares out of cardboard like this, and I'm just gonna lay them on top of each other like this until it kind of looks like shutters. No, not shutters. What am I thinking of? Shingles? What are the things that look like this? I don't know. But this isn't what I should be doing with my time. It's way more fun to think of crafts that I can do that will make my kids squeal for 5 minutes than do responsible things. Oh my God.
Well, a big shocker to nobody, I did not finish it last night. I didn't even come close, but I did finish the roof. So here is the shape of the home, and here is the cardboard shingle roof, and I just glued the very top of them together so that it can open like this, and I can just plop it on the top of this thing like
So that's what that looks like. And now I'm working on the front door. I found this old hula hoop and I just cut it and then bent it and then glued it back together. I'm gonna wrap this up in butcher paper or something, maybe some brown paper bags, I don't know, try to make it look woody-ish. And I have a square that's the same size as the house, and then this is to measure how tall the house is. And I'm putting this on the ground to use as like a template of the size of the walls that I need to make and the door and all that. So right now, I'm just gluing strips of cardboard together to make like the structure of the front wall of the house where the door will be. So I'm gonna try to shape the cardboard around this so that I have something to hook this hula hoop onto so that it can open and close. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. We'll see how this ends up, but this is obviously taking me 1,000 years longer than I thought it was going to. I thought I could do this in like an hour or two last night, and it did take an hour or two just to do the roof. But I've gotten so excited about this that I caved and I went to the dollar store today and I got a bunch of pretty flowers and thingies that I can glue all over it to make it look more magical and fairy-like. I couldn't find any like fairy twinkle lights. That's what I really wanted. So that was a bit of a bummer, but it's okay. Look how appalling my hot glue gun is. Appalling. I have multiple and they all look like this. Honestly, I would have kept working on this last night, but I ran out of hot glue sticks. So that's another thing I got at the dollar store today was more hot glue sticks. So I'm gonna keep working on this. I'll let you know when I'm done with the front wall. Okay, we're going on day 3 of building this fairy house, and Flynn's helping me today. We are making the windows and the walls. Isn't that a song? To the windows, to the walls. I'm not gonna finish the rest of that lyric, but Flynn's helping me. We're lining up some seashells around a window that we're gonna put up here because I thought that seemed very fairy-like. So Flynn's been a pretty big helper. He also helped me collect all of my sticks and my cardboard.
With my new trailer for my Jeep that is battery powered and stuff. Me and Dad upgraded my Jeep. I know it looks the same. Let's show you the thing that's different about it. We got a trailer. Let's get the toe. And then we need 2 of these. So now that we got these, we can start building. So first, I'm going to toss this over onto this side. Then I'm going to come over here, hold this, and then I'm going to toss it underneath so it comes out on the other side. Then I'm going to tie right here so that it's nice and secure. This up right there onto this rail. And then
this has been so much fun. I thought it was gonna be something I did really quick, but I can never do anything quick. I always like get excited and want to do a million more things. So that's what happened again.
you glued this part so I can put it down right there.
Oh, nice. Gorge. We're gonna keep working on this. See you later. Okay, I'm determined to finish this thing tonight, but that means I'm probably not going to get much work done because I'm not very close to getting it done. Even though I keep telling myself I'm close to getting it done, I'm definitely not. So the exterior shell of the entire fairy house is finished. There's cardboard put up all over it. Now I'm just adding the floofy fleefies. So I collected a bunch of sticks and bark and weird dead leaves and things in my backyard, and I'm just kind of gluing these to the outside of the fairy house to give it more texture and make it look more real because it's literally made out of cardboard and paper. And I'm hoping if I just add little accents of real sticks that it will look more realistic. My office is terrifying right now. I'm also running out of hot glue. I have like 4 sticks left. I don't know what I'm going to do. The most tedious part of this whole process has been waiting for hot glue to set. Because a lot of the stuff on this thing, I have to just sit and hold it down until the glue dries enough for me to move. And that's been the most time-consuming thing of this entire process. Okay everyone, it's time for me to show you the fairy house. It's not finished, but I need to just be like Elsa and let it go and just let it be what it is. I'm probably going to continue to make adjustments to it, but here it is. This is the fairy house. All right, I'll give you a little tour. Here's the front of the house, and I put so much work and detail into this thing. And then this is one side of the fairy house. Oh, this is what the roof ended up looking like. And this is one of the walls. And then over here, I'm not done with this side. As you can see, it's very bare, but this is another wall. So I guess since this side is the most bare, I'll start here.
here. So this is the frame that I was working on with Flynn, the little seashell frame. So Flynn handpicked all of the seashells and told me exactly where to put them. And then this curtain in here is one of Maisie's old dresses. Doesn't fit her anymore, so I just reused the material for a little curtain. Over on the other wall, I ran out of moss. I really wanted to put way more moss on the roof, but I ran out. But down here, we've got another curtain. This is an old Miranda show curtain, so that's fun. And then I put little flowers on it. From far away, it's super magical and very cute, but when you get close up to it, you can see that it's literally just made of hot glue and paper. So here's the wall that you saw me working on, and I just glued a bunch of the dollar store flowers on top of here. There's so much glue dangling. And then the door, I just took the paper and twisted it and made it into a circle with so much hot glue, it's embarrassing. So this beautiful flower is the door handle. You open it up, and here's the inside of the fairy house. Let's go inside. Whee! Maisie loves it, loves it, loves it, loves it. I'll show you her reaction to it at the end of this video, but she is obsessed with this thing. So come on inside, guys. As you can see, I put some lights in here and, oh, are they twinkling lights? I actually have an LED light strip that I want to add in here too, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So this wall is the seashell window wall. As you can see, here's the circle that we have the seashells on, and then this is the curtain. I used Flynn's 3D printer pin to make little curtain rod rings to hang it from so that Maisie can open and close the window if she pleases. I do want to put like shelves or something on this wall, but I'm still working on that. On the other side, we have this curtain, which opens up from the center. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna put little hooks or something so that it can open all the way. I just haven't got that far yet. And Maisie hasn't seen this part yet. I added this tonight, but this is an old light up makeup mirror thing that I used to take on tour with me so that I could quickly take off lipstick and reapply like normal makeup on like backstage during a quick change. And I haven't used it in a long time, so I thought I'd put it in here, but she just pulls on this little tab and it opens up, and then she can turn it on and she can look at herself and be like, oh my God, I'm so beautiful. I'm obsessed. This is the door wall. See, here's the door. I haven't finished this wall yet. I really wanted this to be a flower wall, but I didn't have time to do that, so I just put this pink like wrapping paper on here for now. It does have a family portrait of our family, and we all look like little fairies. We all have wings on. And then on the final wall, we're almost done. I had so many plans and ideas for this, but I ended up making a felt wall. And my initial plan was to have it be like one of those felt board walls that the kids could play on. So I wanted to make little felt fairies and felt flowers and felt ladybugs and whatever, and that way they could like put them on the wall and play, but it's not the right type of felt. This is fabric felt that I used when I made Flynn's cuttlefish costume for Halloween a couple years ago. I had a lot of leftovers. Both of these colors, the green and the blue, were used for Flynn's cuttlefish costume, and I had extra. So I put this on the wall and then tried to put felt on it and nothing would stick. So I just glued these on, and then I decided to do something else. I made fairy flowers. So in each one of these flowers is a special fairy. I'll show you. The first flower is obviously the Maisie fairy sunflower. I made all of these out of felt, and I'm pretty proud of them. I've never done anything like this before. It was super fun. So this is the sunflower fairy Maisie. And over here we have the little Wesley fairy, and he is a daisy. And then down here we have the Radiohead chicken fairy flower. Then we have the daisy flower, which I should have put daisy in a daisy, but I'd already made Wesley's daisy, so she gets whatever this purple flower thing is. And then we also have Poppy as a little pink flower, and that is the fairy flower wall. And there you have it, everyone. That is the fairy house that has taken over my life. There's still so much more I want to do to it. I've been having so much fun with this, you guys. Like literally, this has been one of the most fun projects I've ever done, and I can't stop. It's so fun. I just want to keep adding things to it. I keep thinking of things I want to do. Oh, right now I'm literally making a stained glass window for it. Like, I don't know where I'm going to put it. There's nowhere for it. I think I'm going to cut a hole right here and have like a little circle stained glass window. Oh my God. I love this thing. I've been having so much fun with it, and it's mostly made of paper and cardboard, you guys. I'm so proud of this. It was so fun. All right, that's all for today. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.